Hey everyone, it's IntuitiveMara. Welcome to my subscription page. In this video, what I'm going to show makeup wise and test some items for the first time, some I have tried at least once, is I'm going to do a eyeshadow palette utilizing this glitter collection from BH Cosmetics, the loose glitter. I'm going to be trying Platinum today. I haven't even opened the box yet. I actually just got it the other day. It looks really cool, so I'm hoping to try this for the eyeshadow. That way I get an idea for going out. And I'm going to try a lip product. I actually tried this 2 times before, and I really like it. It's Lime Crime Velvetines. Okay, I actually got this through Wish.com, through one of the sellers on there. I purchased this item before knowing anything about the company in advance, just so you guys know. It smells really good. This does look or seem to be the authentic kind, because I did research on it, because I know sometimes some companies they'll do a copycat version, but this is the authentic kind. I wasn't gonna pay so much for it at the time, and I got it cheaper on Wish, and it's the same brand. So obviously I got it through a reseller. And I bought this not knowing much about the company beforehand until I started looking up videos on YouTube, just to get more feedback about the product, because I like to do my research, as you should as well. And apparently there's been some issues with the owner, and people having issues with ordering or purchasing through the website. Hopefully that's been resolved at this point. But like I said, I ordered it from an outside party, Wish.com, one of the sellers on there. So I haven't had any issues, any money issues with my card, because I got it elsewhere. So it's up to you if you want to try this company or not. You'll have to do some research on your own to get the gist of the background on the person and everything, but I honestly just ordered this product just to try the product, because I've heard some good things about it, and I saw it cheaper on Wish, so I thought, oh, we'll try it just for shits and giggles. So that's why I got that. Okay, when I made the purchase, it was strictly the product, not the background history of the company, which now I know more about after the fact, after trying the product. But I'll be honest, I've had good experience with the product, and it lasting very well through eating. So as a product itself, I am happy with it at this point. If you care about the personal background, then that might be a little bit of a different story. You're gonna have to do your research, because I don't want to go on and on the video about it. So when in doubt, if you don't want to support the company directly, get it from an outside party, eBay, Wish.com, and it's cheaper too. So that's just my personal preference on that. So that way you don't feel like you're supporting the company directly, and you can still try the products. If you're very faux pas on that, that's your choice. Okay, so anyway, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to start with the eyes. Okay, so what I tend to do is, it's good to use a primer. Okay, a primer for putting on your eyeshadow, so that it lasts longer through the day and night if you're going out or whatnot. So what I'm going to use as a primer is, since I'm budget conscious right now, is the Clean Makeup Oil Control. I'm number 530, my foundation, from CoverGirl. That's what I'm using. You can buy your typical makeup primer if you want, but this actually works just the same equivalent in my experience, and it's a hell of a lot cheaper. So I'm comfortable sticking with this for now, but I'm sure I'll try legit primers later on. So whether you use a Q-tip or your finger, I tend to use a Q-tip, but I forgot to bring them. I'm just gonna use my finger. Just spot just enough of your primer or liquid foundation, even if it's like the dollar store brand, that's fine too. Put it on first. I like to do one eye at a time, because this way it actually holds your eyeshadow better and longer, And also at the same time, your color, whatever color palette you're using, the true color shows up better. If you don't do a primer, the true color isn't going to show up and it's not going to last. So just keep that in mind. So I'm going to do more of the neutral colors today because I'm going to use the platinum glitter, loose glitter shadow. So I'm just going to do more of the neutral colors. So I'll probably do like a light creamy color for the inner part of the crease. You decide whatever color mix you decide you want to do, that's fine. It's all about your preference. Since I'm gonna use the platinum glitter, I want to try it more with the earth tone colors first. So that way, since the platinum glitter is actually going to be bright on its own, I'd rather showcase that more. So I'm doing just like a lighter beige color, if you will, with my color palette, which I'll leave the links below for you guys for the products I'm using today. And then I'm going to do more of a shimmery brown on the end, like so. I love these brushes. They're amazing. At first I didn't think brushes were that important when first starting out with makeup, but honestly the more I started getting into makeup, it actually does make a difference as far as application goes. I just gotta blend. You gotta blend. Blending is like a big thing with makeup. You gotta blend appropriately to get the proper effect, and so that it doesn't look messy or chunky. If you ever end up making a mistake, use Q-tips. Q-tips are the thing. I live by the Q-tip. I just forgot to bring some over here at my desk. So I'm basically eyeballing it. But yeah, that's the beauty of makeup. You can always go back and fix something. I'm using my fan brush to remove any excess eyeshadow that's dropping, you know, under my eye. So that's what this is for, the fanning brush, if anyone wasn't sure. Why is that such an important tool in the mix of brushes? That is why. So I did one side. Not too bad, not too bad. I just did neutral. I kept it more on the neutral colors, you know, more the earth tone colors. Let me do the other side and then we'll get to the glitter. If you can, try not to use too much of your primer, just enough, because you'll be using a little bit more again later for the glitter step. Okay. So I'm doing the creamy color for the inner part of the crease. I'm actually going to highlight a little bit down here. Take my brown color I love. It's like a shimmery brown. This palette I'm using, in case you're wondering, I actually got for Christmas, and it lasts forever. Literally lasts me a really long time, and it doesn't go bad for a while, so it's great. This is one of those palettes that they sometimes advertise at like Walmart or Sally's store, beauty store, as a gift set that you can get for your friendly family and loved one. They're really affordable. I would say depending which gift set you get, it could be anywhere from like 15 to 50 bucks depending how big, you know, the gift set you get, because I do have some pretty big ones that include other makeup items in there as well. But totally worth it, totally affordable, lasts a long time. I still have a lot of eyeshadow. I have so much eyeshadow from these gift sets that I don't need to buy eyeshadow for a really long time. Because I have my days where I want to wear eyeshadow and days where I don't. So it literally lasts me quite some time. If you need to blend and you don't have a Q-tip like for the ends, you want to soften it up so it's not so rigid, just use your finger and lightly smooth it out so it's not so rigid looking, you know, because you don't want it clown-like either. You know, find a happy medium with it. Can always go back and fix it or re-highlight a spot if you needed to do that. That's fine. Totally fine. Okay, so I did my my eyeshadow. Okay, just to give you a better idea. So I did basically, I'll repeat, it was more of a light beige, a creamy beige, and then I did a brown color. That's what I did. Okay, so now we're going to do the glitter collection from BH Cosmetics. I've been eyeing this glitter set for a while. You buy them separately, like one on, you know, you buy them individually like this. I believe they're like about $4 or $5, last I recall. I'll leave the link down there below for you. I got these like on sale, like $1, $2 off, because they did up to so much % off the entire website, 20% off or whatever it was. So I had actually been eyeing this. I just wasn't quick to buy it because it wasn't on the top of my list of things I needed. But since I have a couple events to go to coming up, I thought I might as well take advantage of it now while I can. So I'm opening this up. It seems to have some kind of a plastic thing here. I'm assuming you just punch the holes, because I don't think you can take it all out. So, and you gotta be careful with glitter. You know how glitter can be messy. Okay, so that's what you do, because it didn't come with directions, I don't think. And I'm a doer. I like to figure it out anyway on my own. So, let's see here. Yeah, so it didn't say any directions. It's kind of implied. Okay, so the hole is down there. If you bought this new and you're not sure how to use it or open it, you can't take out this plastic piece. You have to get a pen and poke on the pre-done holes. So they had it like pre-done for you, but it's still closed. So you just go like that with your little pen or whatever, and problem solved. So that's what you do. Okay, I just tried it now. Make sure it's fully open. I've heard a lot of great feedback on this particular item. So that's why, and I've seen pictures as well, and that's why I decided to get it. So I closed the lid. I'm gonna shake it. Hopefully it'll come out. I'm gonna shake it with it closed just to get enough out that I need. That's probably why the holes are so small, so you don't end up accidentally taking too much, which is actually a great incentive. So I already shook it just to get enough out of it and to be cleaner about it too. So I've heard, even though this looks small, this actually lasts a really long time, and it's glitter, so I believe it. So let me go ahead and get a Q-tip, because I have an idea that this might be a bit of a issue here, because I can just see it happening. Or maybe I can try it without. Let's see. Let's see how I do without. I'm usually very pro Q-tip, but I forgot to get it. Okay, let's do this. Okay, so I'm going to use my mirror here and see what I'm doing. I'm going to use a little bit of the glitter color Platinum here towards the inner crease. Just enough, not too much. This is why I did a neutral color, especially first time trying this, and you know, it's glitter, so it's supposed to pop. Sometimes it's fine to just do an understated color to enhance, you know, your glitter color. You can play up or down with it, but that's what I decided to do. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my brush to be more precise with it, and it's best to have a designated brush specifically for this, but I'll just use my angle brush to put a little bit of my primer or foundation in this case, and I'm going to line it just enough on top. A little bit, not a lot. I'm just doing very little. I'm not trying to do a lot. Just very little to the inner crease portion. Now, when you use primers for glitter, they actually do have clear primers, which I would say in this specific case is a better idea than what I'm using now. It's okay to do it the way I'm doing it for now, but to still be able to see the color you put on underneath, to still get that effect while putting on the glitter on top, I would say it's best to use a primer. In this case, that's a clear primer, because then you don't have like that powdery color that I do. And now in this case, it really doesn't matter for me because I just put a neutral beige color anyway underneath, so it really won't affect me in this case. But if you're playing up with other colors, it's best to do that. Let me just make sure I did a good amount in the inner crease. I'm trying to do here near the lid a little if I can, not too much. You gotta be careful with glitter. You don't want to get it in your eye. And I use a brush because a brush you can control where you're putting the makeup on better. So now I'm going to use a rounded angled brush for this. You use whatever shape is better for you, but in this case I'm just going to use this. And then I'm going to lightly, ever so lightly, dab it on. You don't have to do the entire eyelid unless you honestly want to. That's fine. That's kind of a personal preference. Now, in this case, because I have multiple colors going on, I'm doing the less is more on this, which some women do. Some women do it that way. Some women do the whole eyelid caked on, like for costume parties, which is fine for a costume party. That's different. More for every day or at night. I would say less is more. So I'm basically putting it on to where, you know, the front part of a crease to where it's on the inner, not so much the outer. You can, like I said, this is where you're gonna have to decide creatively what you prefer. I think less is more, so you know, you're just gonna have to play around with it really and see what works for you. See what works. See, this is why a brush is necessary. Technically, I actually put more on this eyelid than the other, just to show you. Hopefully you can see a difference. I would say doing this color scheme, probably the less is better than the more, but since I did a little more, I'm just going to even it out on the other side, which is fine, because I'm just working from home today, so it's really not much of a bother, honestly. And it's just, you know, fun just to do something different for a change, honestly. I haven't done glitter eyeshadow in a long while. So I thought, we'll do something different. I'm going to put a little bit more of the eyeshadow primer, which in this case I'm actually doubling up my foundation for, just to fit a little bit more of the glitter, just to even out the eyes, because I like it to be evened. You know, that's just me. I like things to be even when it comes to eyeshadow. I want both sides to look, you know, similar. So hopefully they look about right. So, okay, so I believe I essentially got the gist of it. Okay. So you can play up or down, okay, with this. I didn't put too much on. I just simply did not want to. That's a personal preference. Definitely play with it. I'm going to play with this more as well to have a better idea what I want to do for the events I have to go to. I may just end up keeping it light and put a little bit like throughout because I really like it like that. So I'll have to play around with it more, but just to give you an idea. Now, as far as my personal review on the glitter collection, I would say 10 out of 10. Yes, I love it. Price-wise, at first you might be hesitant, you know, even if it's only $5. Honestly, it's really a good deal. Even though it looks small, there's a lot packed in there. Okay, I don't hear any bubble, you know, space in there. From BH Cosmetics, I would definitely say worth having in your makeup collection. Great for everyday parties, and it was easy to use, and it wasn't very messy, to be honest. It wasn't messy. The messiest thing for me would be I have to use my little fan brush to get rid of any excess that fell. So if you have, it's good to use an angle brush to get rid of that. Also, as an extra safety measure as well, in case maybe you don't have a fan brush, you can just put your powder foundation, your finishing powder, put some extra underneath just so that it's extra dry, you know, under your eyes, so that when it does fall, it won't stick. That's an extra incentive as well. And also, even at the end, if you have the last stubborn one, you get your little foundation powder or concealer, and just lightly swipe it. Okay, and that also seems to do the trick sometimes. So that does help. Maybe get an extra one of these if you want, specifically if you're a glitter maniac, then have one designated specifically for removing the extra glitters, because I know sometimes it can be a little frustrating to remove them, but I guess that's half of the fun, I suppose, depending who you talk to. So that is basically that in a nutshell. I'm just trying to get the last little bit of glitter off. I haven't used glitter in ages. So, okay, so there's that. I will finish off the eye with liquid eyeliner. I will post links below of the products I'm using. I already did my contour makeup on my face, hopefully you can tell. So, there's another video in this video collection. If you want to subscribe to me, you may, so you can have a heads up on future videos. That's fine. I'm just gonna do my typical eyeliner that I normally do. Which eyeliner, even when you do your eye makeup, even a little dramatic, especially with the glitter, you can still definitely do the cat eye if you want. Don't feel like you can't. You actually can. Like, if I wanted to, I could. I don't know if I feel like it today, but you can. It's all in how you proportion everything, honestly. I'm using the Almay liquid eyeliner, color black. I love this because it has a sponge tip, not the little brush hairs, so you have more control over application. so I'm just finishing this up. And I'm using this lightly because this is one that's almost done. So slightly drier, but I'm almost done with that one, so that's okay. But yeah, I like using this because it's easier to control. And even if you make a mistake, just use a Q-tip with a little tiny dab of water. If you feel you need to, that's totally fine. That will work for any accidental whoopsies. I'm not doing my eyeliner as bold today. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. Just depends how I feel. But yeah, just enough. Okay. And lastly, just to finish off the look, I'm going to use one of my mascaras. In this video, I'll just use my Full Lash Bloom, okay, from CoverGirl. That's what I'm going to use in this video. I have many different ones. I'll just use this one because I have my makeup boxes here on my desk. And that's one of the ones I have in there. I really do love Maybelline and CoverGirl mascaras. People that get to know me and or maybe even watch my videos more will notice I tend to use these a lot. Of course, I still want to try other brands, especially if they're vegan free, or if they're vegan, or if they're animal cruelty free. That's preferred. So, you know, I'm still open to trying more brands. If you want to link maybe some of your favorites, you may, that's fine. I just find that with Maybelline and CoverGirl so far, I love their mascaras because they're not expensive, but it definitely works for me. Some people, it might not work so much. I would say it depends on your eyelashes. Some people have eyelashes that are really thinning, very thin, or very short. Maybe they're not as long or elongated. Mine are relatively normal. They're long enough, like on their own, and they're not too thin, not too thick. So when I use this mascara, it's fine. You know, I don't have any issues or qualms about it. You know, I do have my favorites out of the collections. This one's actually pretty good as far as if you want to build up as well, you may, or keep it light and simple, which is what I'm doing today. I've had no issues with CoverGirl Maybelline. Maybelline's more my go-to. I have tried the Stiletto brand, and it is really great. The only thing I've found is the original Stiletto brand mascara. It is so sleek because the formula is different, which is a good thing because I actually like the sleekness and how shiny it leaves your eyelashes. The only thing with it, in my personal experience, is because it's so sleek, you know, the clean line look, the thing is it doesn't give me, because I love it more bold, or for it to stand out more, it doesn't do it for me. So I'll try to revisit it again and do another video review on it, since I haven't used it in ages, to see if maybe the product has changed any over the years, any advancements with it. But or maybe they have another mascara, but that's more for making it fuller. I'll probably try, because they are a good brand. Stiletto is a good brand. It's just I like my lashes to be thicker, bolder, not so much thin. I guess it just depends on the mood, honestly, but you know, I like them a little bit thicker. So there is the finished product of the eyes. I'll try to zoom in for you so you can see better. Okay, so there you go. Just to have a better idea, I did on purpose, just so you know, I did on purpose put a little glitter here. That's a personal preference. Okay. Okay, and if you're not sure because of the lighting, you know how it looks when it's a little dimmer. I did it simple and light. I didn't go dramatic with it today. Just not in the mood. I'm sure I will on another day, but just not today. Okay, so that is that for the eyes. And the lips, which are quick. Let me just put this away. Or close this at least. Let's see here. Okay, so next up, the lips. Get the lips out of the way here. So, like I was stating earlier, I dropped something. As I was stating earlier, I was trying the Velvetine collection of Lime Crime before I knew about the historical background of the company and the individual. Neither here nor there. I'm just about the product at the end of the day. For the most part, you know. And I'm glad that it says it's vegan and cruelty free. You know, so that's good. That's always a plus. So if they had to make adjustments to make it better, it looks like they did. So that's fine. So now I'm gonna put this color on. The color I have on for today will be Cashmere. Hopefully you'll be able to see it. I apologize if you can't. The color is Cashmere. Okay. I'll show you on the box, it'll be easier. Cashmere is the color that I'll be doing today. This is a great color that's neutral of a color that it works with all your outfits, but it gives you just enough color that it pops just enough, and you'll see what I'm talking about. This is a long-lasting matte liquid lipstick, so be mindful how you put it on. It smells really good, and I've had success with this, you know, going out to lunch. If you needed to touch up, it's very minimal, so that's great, but I have had no issues with it. So let me just continue putting it on. See, it's light enough, but it gives you just enough definition. So you want a nude color lip, but that's not so nude that your lips are invisible. Just nude enough while still your lips being able to pop. I would recommend this color no matter what brand you're using at the end of the day. I like this type of color that's nude, but it pops just enough, and it also gives the illusion of your lips looking fuller. That's a great thing with like lip products like this, and a couple layers should be sufficient. You don't need many layers for this. This product goes for about $16, I believe, last I saw. I did not pay the full retail price. I try not to unless I really love the product. But usually when I first try out a new product, I try to get it on a sale price first, just to try the product out if I like it. And then if I like it, then and I'm sold, then yeah, like I don't mind paying, you know, the full price from the company, or if they have deals. It's always good to watch the company to see when they have sales, because sometimes the sales honestly are worth it. So there you go. There's the cashmere color of the Velvetine. It doesn't really feel sticky. I know it's still drying right now, but it doesn't feel very cakey or sticky at all. It actually feels really comfortable, and I love the color. It smells great. It smells kind of like cake, oddly enough. I'm just gonna touch up this end here. And I love lip products. I'm a lip freak. So, you know, I like utilizing a lot of the lip products. I love trying new lip products all the time as I can. And it's great because you can also make your lips look a little bit fuller. If you're someone who needs to do that, you can actually do that. See how my lips look fuller now? So there you go, see? So it's a neutral color, neutral enough, but it's still, you know, you can see some dimension as well. This is almost relatable to a mocha color. So that would be comparable to a mocha. In this case, it's called Cashmere, the authentic brand that I got on sale elsewhere, just to try it out to see if I even like it first. And I would say I do love it. I do love it. It's my latest nude color right now because I had to get another one, and I've been switching between a few brands, and I wanted to try this one, and great. I love it. So yeah, so it doesn't feel cakey, it doesn't feel heavy, it's comfortable, it doesn't dry out as much as, say, ColourPop, which I actually do love ColourPop. They're great, especially for the price, you really can't beat it. But I would say this one's a little bit, slightly a step up as far as how it feels on your lips, because matte lipsticks, as much as I love them, they can be drying over time. That's the only thing. So considering all the factors you have to consider with a matte lip, whether it's a liquid or a lipstick, I would say this is definitely up there. Feeling comfortable wise, eating out wise, I would say it's definitely a little bit of a slight step up. I would definitely get this again. I would say yes, thumbs up. Okay, if you're just about the product itself, not the BS around it, definitely yes, I like this. And I'm definitely glad that they've updated whatever they needed to update it to make sure it's healthy, because there was an issue in the past about that product, whether actually being healthy or not for your lips. But it seems like it's okay now, so that's fine. So yeah, let me know. Drop any hints or comments below about the products. I will leave links below for those that are interested, and leave me feedback. Is there maybe another lip or eye product that maybe I should consider trying or looking into? Leave the link with it below, and I'll definitely check it out, especially if there's sales. I love sales, just FYI, okay? So there you go. So let me know what you guys think of this video, and have a great day, okay? Talk to you guys later. IntuitiveMara out. Bye.